my mother wasn't into riding bikes or snowboarding or outside sports. Inadvertently, it's not that I don't want to teach my kids that. It's just that that's not the first thing on my list. Let me make sure you do good in school.
Right.
That's my main objective. That's what I know I can do absolutely right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but then when you get older, you start seeing people doing stuff, and you're like, wait a minute. Like you said, that's their stuff. This is our stuff. How long are you gonna do our stuff? How long before our stuff gets redundant? Take that leap of faith. And so far, I'm loving it. I'm loving the adventures, just different things I'm into, the different people I meet. It's crazy. Like, they look at me, I run into a lot of white people in the things that I do. And at first they look at me like, why are you into this? Why not? Oh, because none of your culture is really into this. Well,
I'm not the culture.
I'm not the culture. I don't represent all black people. I represent me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Get to know me.
Absolutely. And when they get to know me, they see my personality, they see how, like, yo, I'm on 1,000. I smile just because.
Right.
Like, it ain't sun outside, but I'm good with it. Like, oh shit. He's kind of weird. He's different. Like, yeah, bro, because I've experienced the bad things. I've experienced great things. I went to jail for 84 months. I didn't let that stop me from doing certain things because I felt like that was the new one.
What it do, y'all? You know what it is, the voice of the culture, man. Different scenery, different location. Shout out to the family over at the shop and over here in Inglewood, New Jersey on Hudson Ave. I'm sitting next to my brother right here, man. I call him Mr. Courageous. Truthfully, man, I mean, from the first time that I really saw what he was doing outside of just being nice with the blade, I just felt like, yo, it's only right that I sit down, I really just joined the adventure with you, brother. Because I felt like you was taking us on a journey. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying? And you know, social media now, everybody takes you on a journey, but everybody's taking you on the same journey. I felt like with you, every day was a different experience.
Life becomes repetitive, bro, and I just felt like I knew this. I knew what we were taught to do so well that it became redundant. So
Or
it's
corny,
like,
too. It gets a little corny. I told my kid that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you taught to just kind of just, like my parents grew up. I'm gonna use my parents coming from the South. Have a family, you move to Jersey, you start your family, then you come back home. How long are you gonna keep going down south and seeing my cousins? When y'all gonna come up here? I say to my when they gonna come up here and stay with us?
I used to, I'm like the black sheep of the family, but I kind of turned it around in a way that the black sheep wasn't looked at as all negative stuff. So like you said, I used to watch my family come from down south up north, and they would go to your family, your parents' wedding. They would go to his parents' wedding. In my mind, like, they coming up here, but they not coming to see us. They just going to the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, well, is it me? Is it my mom? Is it? No, it's the way we lived. It's the way we was conditioned. We're from up north, so everything is a go. Everything is a hustle.
Upbeat, tempo.
Like you said, to them, we were supposed to move up here, find life, come back down, and live, exist in life. And I felt like my grandmother didn't want to exist, my mom didn't want to exist, my father didn't want to exist. So why would I live in this world and not take advantage of it? There's so many different levels to everything that's done in life. People make it on TV from just grinding and staying focused on one thing, staying locked in on one thing. The hardest thing for me is staying locked in on different things, but I still manage. It pushes my brain to just ways that I didn't even know exist.
Well, with your experience and your journey in life, family, like you just said, and doing the 84 months, all that time, it's like this, but you're learning through all that.
I would say that the 84 months that I did shaped me to be who I am. Because I got locked up at 17. From the time I went in to the time I left, I wasn't around people my age. I was around all older people.
Right.
Older guys that was in here for God knows how many, years or how many drugs or whatever. And they all kind of said one thing to me. Like, they all kind of gravitated and all had energy towards me. And at first I used to be like, yo, why every time I come out my room, one of these old niggas is talking to me? Like, and then you kind of, when they don't say nothing,
You start to.
that's when you start.
That's how it was for me when I was important, when I was down.
Wait a minute, why the conversation stop? They talking to you. Put like this, I got game from grown men that didn't give it to their son.
Right.
Because they saw something in me that was different from the rest of the people.
Didn't want you to do that 30 plus either, or that 50 banger.
So why would I not take the information? That's the best thing I ever learned being locked up, is to listen.
That's what it was for me.
To understand, to comprehend what people are saying and how they're saying it. Don't be mad at the messenger or how the message is delivered. Just take it. Some messages that I got was super, super aggressive to me being so young, but now that I'm 20 years down the line, all that shit makes sense. Everything I learned.
You feel like that was a part of the...
I had to go through that.
I said that.
I had to go through that.
I said I had to go to prison.
My journey to go to jail was very, very, very necessary in me becoming who I am. If I didn't do that time, I would definitely
wouldn't even be sitting here.
I definitely
Neither one
wouldn't
of us would be sitting here.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Neither one of us, because I said that.
My mind wasn't going towards 20 years from now. I didn't even know what I was going to do in the next 24 hours, let alone the next 48. Coming years or whatever. It's like, why y'all thinking that far ahead?
Y'all bugging.
Y'all bugging.
I'm living for the moment, man.
They like, yo, youngin, you only got, 8, 9 years. Like, yo, you still got time. I'm like, bro, I'm 17, 18. What the fuck time is y'all talking about? But then once everything they said to me, I'm cutting hair right now because somebody said to me, yo, I see you cutting hair and I see you kind of nice at it. What you gonna do when you get home? And that magazine cover right there, that vibe, I got that same issue when I was locked up.
Wow.
That issue was on the wall because Johnny's they did an interview with him. When I saw that, OG said that to me the day before that. Asked me what I'm gonna do, and I saw the interview that they did with Johnny. That was it.
And now we sitting in Big Bro's shop.
Big Bro just opened up a shop in the hood. I'm coming home to that. So I sent word every year. I don't care how annoying I'm gonna be. Knowing Johnny's schedule, flying from here, Paris, here, everything. I don't care how annoying I'm gonna be. Bro, when I come home, I'm coming through. And when I came home, I came through. I ain't stopped. I've been here. That's it. 16 years to this day.
Congratulations on that too, kid.
Well, January 5th, 16 years, B. Like, I've been in the same chair in the front. Like, every year, Johnny say, like, yo, damn, bro. Like, I might as well leave this shit to you. You've been here.
I mean, it's crazy, though, because it really started from that cover.
It started from that cover right there.
That's on the wall, you know what I'm saying, to us sitting here, to someone putting the bug in your ear, to you being relentless, to the fact of saying, nah, we 16 years.
I'm 16 years.
To the good of doing something that you love, though.
And I came home on New Year's Day. You know how many people in history came home on New Year's Day? Me and some white guy from Ohio. That's it. Like, I was released from everything on 1/1/2010. The start of a new year, and I never looked back since then. I never been in handcuffs since then. Everything is different. Everything has changed. Like,
that's what makes this whole conversation really so unique, because first of all, I didn't know you did 16 years in here.
16 years?
16 joints.
I used to count every New Year's, every year that I've been home. But then once I've been home longer than I've ever been in trouble, that's when I stopped counting. Because now I figure like I've enjoyed more life than they could ever take from me. Whatever I could ever put myself in, because can't nobody take nothing from me.
I think all of us who have done some time, you know what I'm saying, always count the time, and then after a while, because I went through that, like, hold up, bro,
Absolutely. You
you've
still
been home
counting.
for 15 years now.
Stop
It's over.
counting.
That shit's over with.
And I would never take my past from me because it shaped me to be who I am. So I can never forget those months that I did in there. But I can't keep counting something that is just it's a wrinkle in time. It's a moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That I'm not going back to.
I'm never going back to. And
So let's leave it there.
absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you somebody who told me that. My sister actually told me that. Because one day I told her, I said, yo, you know I've been home. She's like, yo, how long you going to keep saying you've been home, bro?
Absolutely.
She was like, yo, that's over with. You home. You been home.
That's it.
And I said, yo, and I only said it to her because she picked me up. She picked me up that day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never went to my parents. I always went to her. I'm like, yo, you know, and then she one day,
that's my sister.
she was like, yo, bro,
best friend.
I don't want to keep talking about that.
Absolutely.
And that's the day I kind of like shelved that. You know what I'm saying?
You have to, because it forces you to move on. Like a lot of people that have been incarcerated hold on to that. They use it as a crutch. They use it to say, yo, because I did this, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
Because I did that, because they had me locked up, I'm gonna do this. How long is that gonna be either motivation or negativity? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wanna use that as motivation no more. I need something else.
Yeah, that's over with. I done reached that mountaintop. I'm past that.
I didn't use it. I've
Yeah, that's
used
out of
it
here.
for as much as I could use it for. Like, now it's time to hold on to real goals and a real perspective of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you really want to do with yourself?
Or the next chapter. It's really the next chapter.
Bro, I figure I'm in the end of the second, early third quarter of life. There's certain things that I just got to do. I can't exist in this world without, I'm not even gonna say completing, without even just trying certain things. Like I don't, at this point, I don't care if I complete it. I don't care if I'm the best. I don't wanna be the best. I just wanna do it.
I want to experience it.
I wanna experience it, because I feel like if we don't, you know how many people have expired in this world? I take just my grandparents. They've expired and they've taught us so many dope morals, but in real time, they haven't experienced nothing. They haven't experienced anything, like anything. And now that I think back on it, I'm like, damn, yo, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, no plane action, no boat action. If your grandparents or whoever came here, they came here on a boat,
yes,
they're not getting back on one.
Right.
That's just a rule of thumb. If they came here from the South and they've experienced some type of slavery or some type of encaption, they never going back to none of that. They never, it's just a mentality. I used to try to get my grandmother to talk about picking cotton in the field, and that's the slowest and most mute subject that she could ever talk about. There was no lessons in that. There was no nothing. She just didn't want to talk about it. And then I thought about it when I got older, like, why would you make this lady want to talk about some shit that's really not...
It's that's how she felt. It was like,
I can feel I can picture her picturing cotton and getting stuck in doing this shit, not for
sun
money,
up,
but just
sun
because you
down.
had to. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Surviving.
like when I got older, she's not gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and why we want to take her back to that place?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
My clients, you know, they ask me here when they find out that I was locked up. They ask me the first thing, like, what did you do all those years? Same thing I do now. Cut hair, meet people, talk, conversate, learn. That's it.
See, that's the thing about you that I love. It's no ceiling.
Yo, bro, I swear, and I'm not like no type of spiritual, mythical person, but everybody who I've met since I was born, I feel like I was supposed to meet them. I was supposed to gravitate towards them and learn whatever I could learn before that person expired. My man Top, like, yo, bro, Top saw something in me that I didn't see at 12, 13. From Willie and my bike, yo, if he around 20 guys, yo, listen, bro, y'all bet all y'all $100. My man and Willie down the block, turn around, come back. No, he not. Me and him already had an understanding. I know what you could do. I know what's up. Like, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing. Yo, bro, wouldn't even take no money off of the gym. Just give it to me. All the money that he won from them, he would just give it to me. What am I doing 12 years old with $125, $200? Like, that big bro
Legal
won.
money. At that, you're not out here going to do some nigga shit to go get it. It's just simple getting on my bike.
Everybody, now that I'm older, a lot of people that I've met that have taught me certain things have moved on, have expired. But it's like, how can you not soak in the authenticity that was there at that moment?
Does that drive you though?
Hell yeah.
That no, and R.I.P. to all those.
Those moments in life is the only thing that drives me.
Right.
Because now I don't get that. Now I'm too old. Never too old to receive a lesson, but I'm too old to run into people like you and you sit me down on your steps because I'm just riding by on my bike and chop it up with me for 20 minutes just to see what I'm doing. I'm too old for that now. So now I gotta take everything that I've learned, all of those stops that I made along the way to get here, whether they was on the street, whether they was incarceration, whether they was anything. I could have bumped into your mom and she could have told me something. It's time now to put that into action. Because what better? I'm now at a time where I understand it. I comprehend it now.
It's clear.
When she told me, it was just
far-fetched.
From an older lady.
Yeah, it's far-fetched. Like you just talking.
Now it's like, oh shit, like that really, she told me about this. I remember this. Like, I always reference the movie Slumdog Millionaire.
Right.
Because that young boy gained so much information as a kid and none of it came into play. Not one single thing until he got older. And he remembered back he replayed everything in his mind. So it's like, in my mind, I got a whole VHS tape that I just keep rewinding back to the people. Pressing pause and rewinding back to the people who told me, yo, listen, one day this gonna come. One day you gonna do this.
Right.
One day you gonna do this. Like, and I have to hold on to those thoughts because that's what drives me. That's what keeps me going.
Well, at the end of the day, I gotta ask you this. I feel like it's very therapeutic for you as well.
Absolutely. Cutting hair, everything revolved around my life. Everything you see me do when I'm on my bike and I'm wheeling through 42nd Street, going against traffic.
Right.
In my mind, everything, I swear to God, OG, in my mind, everything is slowed down. Everything is moving at a slow speed, and I'm moving regular. I can do me. I can go.
But that's what you're giving us.
And because that's what I see.
You're giving us exactly what you're explaining.
In my mind, there's a tunnel vision.
Right.
I'm focused, and it's just something that from seeing OG, when I see Top and all them on motorcycles and all of that stuff, like, but this is what I grew up around. When you see me ride down the street with BBSs, that's because that's what I grew up around. This is all I know. This is all I know. All I know is a nice car and rims and working and just getting to it and living life because this is all the people I seen. They wasn't fighting. They wasn't worried about nothing. They had a bunch of cars and they just lived and they always smiled. That's one thing I remember from everything. Everybody who I always met, they always smiled. I never seen these people mad. For what? For what?
Yo, I told somebody this the other day. I said, yo, it's funny how you can go on stage and perform, and when they say cut, you can get back to life.
Man, okay, in my life, in my mind, there is no cut. When I get in this chair, when I start cutting, I'm on stage, bro.
Right.
Like this is a time. This window, this shit is open. It's a big ass window. It's people riding by. It's people walking by. I'm on stage, bro. This is it for me. I'm in my essence. Why? Because I was meant to be here. This is not a job for me. This is what I do. You see me on a bike. I'm not practicing. That's just what I do.
I love it.
When you see me skating, I got my headphones on. I'm tuned out. I don't see these people. I'm just in my zone. This is just what I'm doing. I'm not worried about who's looking. I'm not worried about who's judging me. I'm not worried. Nah. It's no traffic on my highway. Like, I'm in my own lane. There is no left, right, fast, slow, exit. No, I'm in my own lane.
You know what? You built that lane though.
Why? Yeah, I have to. And I have to stay in it because every other avenue that we've seen, bro, when you turn on the TV, you look at the news, when you look at social media, pardon me, when you see, it takes me long to hit back on social media because I can't be glued to it. If I post something, I'm out of there. I'm gone. You ever heard the expression TV killed the radio?
Exactly.
I can't focus on that, bro. Like,
And that is going on now. The phone's killed, you know what I mean, reality.
You notice everything I do is physical.
Right.
I can't be sucked into, like, I play games and I PlayStation and all that, but like, I'd rather it be physical. I'd rather me be into it. I'd rather me feel it, see it.
Be a part of it.
Be a part of it. Like, I can't do it any other way. Any other way just doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel like I'm a part of it. How many times can you watch somebody do something before you say, like, I'm gonna do it?
Or I'm gonna I'm gonna go get the resources to do it.
Absolutely, yo, bro.
A lot of us that's holding us back too. It's like, yo, we don't got the resources.
We got the best tool in America, but I think the worst tool in America is a undeveloped mind.
That's why I was going with it.
And I think people, based on their age, they think their mind develops at the same rate as your birth date, and it doesn't. For a better lack of terms, when I came home from jail, I didn't know how to fill out a deposit slip. I didn't know how to fill out a check. I never, besides signing my name on something, I never signed any other official paperwork. I didn't know what a lease was for a house or car, anything. I felt dumb. I felt behind. So I made it my business for the first, I came home and before the first year, I already had my own apartment. Cause I took a bunch of money. One of my big bros said, "You home? I'ma put you on." He gave me a lump of money, and I went to a realty office and I tried to get an apartment, and they told me my credit score was NA, and I didn't know what NA stood for.
You was 17 when you left.
I was 25 when I came home. I don't like people. I'm 6'4". I don't like people making me feel little.
Like looking.
And that lady telling me my credit score was NA, and I didn't know what NA stood for. I knew it was bad, and I felt little. I felt uninformed. So basically, she broke it down to me. Black lady, like, yo, listen, you don't even have a credit score. So, oh shit.
Wow.
So even with a lump of money, even with cash, I had more than the deposit.
Right.
Bro gave me the deposit and the first month's rent. And I had whatever money I had in my pocket.
And still couldn't get it because
and I couldn't get the apartment because my credit score was non-applicable.
I think that was your real first learning curve.
That right there, it hurt my feelings. It tore me down to the point where I'm like, yo, I gotta do it on my own. So I gave back the money because I couldn't do nothing with it. I gave back the money, and then I start learning about credit. I start learning about banking. I start learning about savings, checking. I start learning to be an adult.
Right.
I start learning what a lease was, and then everything just evolved from there. Like I wanted to do more than my parents had ever done. Like, and I spoke to my parents about this. Like, I feel like even my parents, I told you earlier, like, I feel like my age group were misguided due to our parents being misguided, due to it being a cycle. You only know what you were taught. My parents taught me what they were taught, and I love them for that. But this world is so much bigger than Bergen County, than Inglewood, than United States. You know what I'm saying? Like,
then going just to go down south and spend a week down there, and
we was going to spend a week at grandma's house and come back home. It was bigger than that. So once I start realizing that for myself, I think everything just evolved for me. Like, I started tapping into different hobbies. I started tapping in with different people. Start meeting people from different countries, and people, looking at me like, this kid, you snowboarding, you're skating, you're on bikes, you're cutting hair, you're doing so many different things. And I just think I'm just not scared.
To be free, though.
I'm not scared.
You're being free, bro.
Like,
I just want you to know you're really living a free life.
bro, you see how, okay, well, this curtain is closed right now. This window is 2 windows right here. They're big as hell. And I always make a joke and say, yo, my window for 7.5 years was big, no bigger than this. And sometimes it was like wax paper, so you couldn't see out the window.
Right.
So even if the window was clear, my peripheral only
allowed
me to
go see
but
so much. Yeah.
And
look how big the window is now.
That's why I'm in the front chair. This is why I took the front seat. This is why like Johnny kind of knew. When I first came to the shop, he asked me what I wanted to do. And I said, I want to cut. So immediately Johnny starts sending me to New York to cut all these different people, to be in front of all these different lights and cameras and all this stuff. And it took me out of my shell. I couldn't be the guy who just came home no more. I couldn't be that guy. I couldn't be the, I just came home, like it is what it is. Nah, bro, you gotta stand up straight. These people's not playing. Like, these people are very professional, and they don't take kindly to aggression. Why are you so aggressive at 9 o'clock in the morning?
And you free.
And you free.
And you up doing something that you love.
And that's what drove me. That's what moved me to do everything. Like, I've been everywhere from United Nations Way. Like, I've cut across the street from the UN. Like, cutting at Macy's, cutting for the NFL, cutting for the NBA, actors, everything.
Cutting in prison.
In prison.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the starting point for when they say it's levels to this shit.
It's so important. The essentials, the
levels.
The things that started me on my journey are very essential. And I never forget those days of them popping the door just so I could go cut your hair so you can get a visit. I've had your family or visitors' family give my family money in the parking lot because you haven't seen your son in 5 or 8 to 10 years, and the haircut was crazy.
And that's everything in the box.
That right there
is everything in the box. Especially being that they took the clothes thing away, so the cut that's your outfit.
Yo, bro, once I cut people who've been locked up, I cut a guy who got locked up the day before I was born.
Now I gotta ask you that you bring that up.
The day before I was.
How do you feel about that?
It's amazing. It's better than National Geographics. Because when are you ever going to meet someone who's been in captivity longer than you've been alive?
Not too many people can say they experienced that.
I've not too many people say they met somebody like that.
That's why I'm saying that, because I went through that. When I got to Southern State, the first person I spoke to was this guy named D from Philadelphia. We in shooting the hoop. I'm fresh there, so I'm at whatever reception. He's my bunkie, didn't know that. Anyway, small thing short, he says to me, "Oh, you hoop?" Because he see how I'm shooting. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I hoop too. You should get on, you should get on the thing." All right, whatever, bro. I don't know you. Now realizing this man done been down for 27 years. At this time, I'm 24. So I understand what you're talking about.
Longer than you've been alive.
I'm like, yo, this man has been.
And when they say it, and you realize.
For me, it was like, yo, I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. We have nothing in common. You've been incarcerated my whole life. That was my first.
When I met.
First, you know what I'm saying?
My first 2 years, 3 years, I didn't really. When I hit a prison, you go from the county, you go to youth corrections because I was like 20, whatever. But when I hit a prison and I started meeting grown men, changed everything for me. This wasn't prison. This wasn't the youth correction where people are fighting because of what county you from. These were grown men who have grasped the concept of
I live here.
Yes. And its respect and its boundaries. And this grown man, it's a grown man etiquette that you learn. I didn't learn how to be a man off the street. I learned how to be a man in jail. I learned how to come home and look a man in the eye when I talk to him in jail. I learned how to be assertive. I learned how to talk. I learned how to say words and certain things that make people kind of respect you a little bit more or have a different perception of you.
Because of that one line that you said, like, oh, okay.
Like, wait a minute, when they see you talking, they're like, oh shit.
Right.
Wait a minute, you know a little something.
Right.
Okay. And it's like I didn't even think about stuff like that until I met people that were locked up as long as I've been alive. People that had 50 years, 60 years. Like, they call them elbows. Anything past 25 years is life. I've met so many guys, like, and these guys that got so many years, they're the nicest and calmest people you could ever meet. They're coming out looking for the newspaper. They're coming out looking at current affairs. In my mind, what the fuck do you care about that for? In their mind, why wouldn't I? Just because I'm in here
That
physically,
don't mean
I'm in here mentally.
Cut from the world.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Well, I didn't know how to separate physical from mental because in my mind, I was there physically and mentally.
Right.
When they taught me how to take my mind out of these four walls, out of this gate, it was a whole different mentality. I saw myself in this shop already. That's why it's so easy for me to be here. So it's so easy for me to just do this.
Right.
I've never did anything in my life for 16 years. Never. It's nothing that I like that much. It's nothing that interests me that much.
Especially growing up the way we grew up.
You grow up with a certain sense of entitlement growing up out here with us, whether it be negative or positive entitlement.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to differentiate who are you and what do you want to do? Who do you want to be looked at as? Who do you want to, you know what I'm saying? What's the perception you want to give off? Because I can give off I'm just an asshole, I'm a barber, that's it, you know? But nah, I actually want people to feel where I'm coming from. I want you to feel where I've been through, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not all bad. It may have a bad perception, but if you really look at it and understand it, it shaped me to be who I am. I don't look at jail as a bad thing. I don't look at the negative people I met as a bad thing. I use that as a tool to move forward.
It was a blessing.
Absolutely.
A true blessing.
Now I know the difference between white and black. Before I just thought black was gray.
Right.
Now I know black is black, white is white.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it kind of helped me out, and I just don't take it for granted. I don't forget it. I don't forget the days, the intake. I don't forget the messages. I don't forget the wake ups, the food. I don't forget anything. Like, I don't forget none of that stuff. I can't, because if I forget it, I think I'll lose my way. I think I'll lose the path that I'm on if I forget where I came from. If I forget those days being in lockup, if I forget those days before jail, if I forget those days that my grandmother told me certain things, if I forget those days of running into, you know, older people like you that's giving me certain messages and me maybe not understand it or comprehend it at that time, if I forget that stuff, I feel like, what's the point to keep going? You have to have a goal, but within goals, there's structure.
And that's the difference.
If
Some people
there's
have
no
goals,
structure,
but don't even know the structure of the
how
goal.
can you complete a goal without structure? What made you want to do the goal? What keeps you going? Like you said earlier, what keeps you going? The conversations play back in my mind over and over and over and over and over and over. What are you gonna do? I've seen people locked up for millions of dollars in drugs, and they more worried about what I'm gonna do in my short time than their whole case. How can I take that lightly? I've got jewels from people that didn't give the same jewel to their son. How can you take that lightly?
Once again, it's the blessing.
But, nah, big bro. A lot of people get blessings. A lot of people receive blessings. Do you comprehend the blessing? That's the structure part for me.
You comprehend the blessing.
People would tell you, you'll have a good-hearted mother that'll tell you till she blue in the face, don't go, don't do this, stay away from him. And she'll keep holding on to hope that you'll listen to her one day. But understanding what she's saying and why she's saying it is the jewel in it. Her saying it is not really the jewel, that's just the blessing part.
Right.
The jewel for you is comprehending what she's saying.
taking that moment to say, okay, hold up.
Yo, she told me don't go out here because I ain't even know. 2 weeks ago, young boy got shot out here by the police. They ain't taking prisoners. And I'm out here hanging and banging, chilling like it's nothing.
One in, out the other.
And she ain't have to break it down to you that in depth, but just her telling you. That's why I say you got to recognize the jewel within the blessing. The blessing is, once again, somebody actually taking the time, taking the energy to tell you something, to enlighten you.
Right.
The jewel in it is, what did you understand? What did you get from it?
The sad part about it is we hear it, but we don't receive it.
That's the part I had to teach myself, to understand, to see through the messages. I could play these messages over and over in my head, but what are you getting from it? You know how many people you see go to church every Sunday, every Bible study, everything? You know how many people that go to church can't recite the books of the Bible to you? You know how many people can't tell you what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, what happened in the end, what happened at nothing? So you go in there and hope. The world runs off hope. I can't run off hope. I can't run off hope.
I can't run
hope
off
don't do nothing for me.
It's just a hope.
It's
It's
thought.
really just a word. It's hope.
It's a thought, and I think people put feeling into it. Hope is not a verb. It's not an action word, bro.
It's more of a fearful word.
It's a feeling. It's something that people believe in, whether it be religion, whether it be a lie, whether it be a promise, whether it be anything. I can't believe in hope. I gotta believe in me. I gotta believe in my ability.
But everybody don't know their ability. That's the thing. They so busy caught up trying to figure out who they are.
No, man.
I had a conversation with a person years ago, like the purpose. People don't know their purpose, even to this day. I had a conversation with my son. I asked him, I said, yo, you understand your purpose right now, right? And I was blessed for him to say, you dad, I do understand my purpose. And when he broke it, that's okay. At least I know that you're grasping the shit that I've been telling you.
That's what I had to, understanding your purpose is such a dope feeling.
You know what I'm saying?
To
me, it's better than anything else because, like, I got it.
It's such a relief. It's such a, you're not trying to figure it out. Like, my purpose is to help. Is to make people smile. Is to enlighten people. Is to take the chance that certain people may not take. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many people is jacking electric cars now because they saw me take the chance on one. Now people was wanting to skate more now because they saw me do it. People want to snowboard. People want to just participate in sports that not colored people
would be involved, like we talked about earlier.
And they're like, yo, bro, doing it.
And you make it look so effortless. It's like, why not do it?
And I haven't been doing none of this for a long period of time. I'm watching videos on YouTube just like everybody else, but once again, I'm not scared. If I fall, the dope part about falling is you feel how hard the ground is.
And you can always get back up.
You feel how hard the ground is. Yo, when you fall, it's such a decency and respect in it because it didn't take much to get there. And we take so long to do everything in life.
Come on, man.
But it don't take long to fall. That's why I say it's such a respect and decency in falling. Whether you fall physically or whether you fall behind a bill, it's such a decency in falling because it took 2 seconds to get there. But the irony is it takes so long to build yourself back up.
Some people fall and don't even want to get back up.
How did you're psychologically saying to yourself, how does it take 2.5 to get here, but it takes some real persistence to get back out? You thought it was going to be just easy to get out just as it was to get in.
Nah, it's not like that.
It's not like that. It's not designed like that. Everything that we go through in life is designed to build you. And I think a lot of people skip out on the building part.
They don't want to do the work.
No.
It goes back to we don't want to do the work.
Resistance builds character, bro. Everything in life, there's some resistance.
Yeah, but we live in a time and place where we want everything instant. We need instant gratification.
Microwave stuff don't work, bro. Instant gratification is just that. You're happy for right now.
And it doesn't last. My father told me that.
It's what made crack so popular.
Yeah, it was an instant high that you'll never get the feeling again. You chasing that one feeling from the first time you took the first hit.
You ever seen a crackhead smoke weed?
Yeah.
They get mad at it. It's the opposite effect.
You smoking that bullshit?
Why the fuck is this lasting so long? Oh my God. Damn. You zoning because you're looking for that. Shoot to the moon.
Come back down and you want to shoot back up there again.
Drug addicts are not addicted to drugs. They're addicted to the chase.
Of course.
You're addicted to the high. You're addicted to the rush. So in that same token, why can't I be a drug addict for certain things that are not drug related? Why can't I have that same mentality
for the positive shit that's going to help me be a better man?
Why can I be so eager to do certain things that it looks odd to other people? That's what drives me. That's what keeps me going. When they see me, okay, I saw you do it one time. But damn, bro, you doing it again? You doing it again?
And then on top of that, we start to pay attention and be like, yo, you getting nice though.
Now it's bringing attention because the consistency. One thing we, as a people, we lack is consistency. When people see a consistency in certain things, you know when people thought I wasn't gonna follow through with this barber thing? Like, you cutting hair now, but we'll see in a couple years. In 16 years, you know how many people I've seen come in and out this shop? Because they thought, this is my passion. This ain't a job for me. This is what I do.
In your sleep.
Without much thought, this is what I do. I wrap my head around every day that these clippers, my clients, everything has to flow in the same, you know what I'm saying, category. Like everything has to flow together. I can't say I'm a barber, but I don't like getting up early. I can't say I want to be one of the best barbers in the world and I don't look at different techniques on different hair and different skin tones and, you know what I'm saying, different things like that.
I'm not just going to cut the blacks. I need to cut everybody.
Absolutely. You know me. I cut anything with hair. Like, it's why not? You in it.
Why do we, as a culture, limit ourselves so much, though?
Because we scared. Because you're scared to challenge yourself. You're scared to mentally challenge yourself. Look how many people in the world lift weights compared to how many people in the world actually read books. People would do a physical challenge all day. It don't really take nothing. It takes a little bit of courage, a lot of physical strength. But to mentally stay locked into something, it takes a lot more than muscles. It takes a certain dexterity, a certain, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be locked in. You can't just,
especially when it's something that you don't even want to be doing.
You like, bro, you know what I mean? Fridays and Mondays I don't want to go skating, but I just go. Because why not? What you gonna do? You gonna do what you've been conditioned to do?
It's Friday night.
Go home after work, go get you a bottle, go to the bar, get on your phone, you know
play
what I'm
with
saying?
a shorty.
Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Let me do something that's gonna challenge me a little bit, physically and mentally.
Do you ever find yourself not getting challenged?
I look for it.
Okay.
When I don't get challenged, my grandma used to tell me, every time I got in trouble, it was idle time.
That's funny. That's what my dad used to tell me.
Idle time is the devil's time.
Right.
And I didn't understand it. That was one of those messages I didn't understand. When now I'm older, I understand. When you bored, you do some stupid.
You do dumb. You do more dumb shit.
And that's what I stay away from. So literally, before this, I'm on the computer. I'm tuning my drones. I have to stay mentally challenging myself because I'm afraid to get bored. I'm afraid to
be stagnated or just be
and not know what to do. Like when I'm not doing nothing, I think of myself as blind. Just I'm feeling my way.
Now I'm gonna do anything,
and I can't live like that. So that's why I said getting a blessing is one thing, getting a jewel is one thing, but understanding it is
comprehending
it
and putting
that's
it
the
real.
That's the butt of the joke for me. Like, your mom ever tell you something, tell you don't talk to that girl, and then 6 months later, she turn out to be somebody you totally did not want to be with, and then you come to yourself and like,
God damn, I remember that conversation.
I remember that conversation she had with me. When I have those with myself, I laugh. I'm like, damn. Another one.
But for order you to have that, you gotta have that me time.
You gotta, okay. I'm not like into zodiac signs and all that, but like I'm an Aries and I'm an introvert. And I take my time because I take my me time because I take a lot of time to think. I have to think more than I do. I would rather be mentally exhausted than physically exhausted. It challenges you in a way that, okay, put it like this, all my hobbies are very intricate. They're very picked. They're very selective, that require more than just physical. They require mental. I have to think about this stuff.
I'm going down the street and cars are coming towards me,
And
I
cars
got this
are coming
bike lifted
towards
up.
me, yes.
So I got to continue to keep maneuvering.
And your brain just keeps, and my brain keeps going. And
I don't have a moment to even second guess it.
No. The moment I second guess it,
it's a wrap.
It's done. My family used to get real scared when they used to see my videos. I mean, riding against traffic and cutting really close to cars and stuff. And I'm just like, they don't understand the mental that I go through when I'm doing that. I told you, in my mind, everything slows down. And now I can see left, right. Oh, I see them. I see everything.
She was coming.
I see everything that's coming at me in my time. And by the time y'all see it on video, it's
Yep.
But for me, it's just a wrinkle in time.
It's that.
I'm going slow. I'm like, oh. It's sometimes where y'all don't even see it because the camera's in the front. My body is brushing next to cars. I'm touching cars. Like, I've been hit. Like, people merge over and they push me. You just don't see it from the video.
Right.
Because my head stays focused. Even that, staying focused and thinking about the video. There's a lot going through in my head. Like, I'm thinking there's no stabilization to capture the real-time moments in New York City.
Hell no.
No video stabilization can capture in real time what happens in New York City. So in my mind, I have to be conscious of that. Like, keep my head level, eye level of the car. I have to set my camera length. I have to do everything. The aperture, the ISO, I have to set everything. Everything has to be locked in. So it's a lot that goes in to just making a video.
It's not just riding the bike, wheeling and going against
it's not
traffic.
just putting the camera on my head, pressing, recording.
Looking cool for the folks, but not realize. But the people don't realize what goes behind. It's really a whole production.
It's really a whole, yes. It's really a whole thing.
We just getting the final cut of it.
You know how many times? Not very often, but there's times where I got to, the whole video is 20 blocks. There's times where I got to 5 and it didn't go right. What you gonna do, Dad? I started over. New York City traffic is abstract, so I can't play it over. I just have to do it in real time again. There is no do-over. I can't catch your car coming down here twice.
The question is, though, the discipline behind it.
My discipline, for real, it comes from being locked up so young. Being locked up at 17, I came in the door ready for war. I came in the door ready to fight. I came in the door ready to do everything. I'm from a small town where people got a lot of money. I feel like y'all gonna try to play me. So, like I said, but then when I met people that could have been my dad, and they got kids my age, and they giving up all these messages and jewels and everything, it just forced me to calm down. It forced me to take my guard down, take the wall down, and just accept everything that was coming in. Because why me?
But you could have flipped it the other way and said, I don't want to hear this dumb shit, this jail, this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? it's two sides to it. You could have not received it and like, I don't hear this dumb jail shit because you done lost all this time. You know what I'm saying? You received it.
Because I figure why, like, just why me? That was the question. As receiving messages, I'm still asking myself, why me? I know Big Bro got a son my age. Like, you ain't telling your son this. You're not, bro. Like, you're not beating your son down every day. Like, they coming to me literally every day.
It's a part of their routine now.
Yo, what you gonna do when you go home? Yo, what you gonna do when you do this? Damn, bro, you're not my pops. You're not like no
That's
kin
what I'm
to me.
saying. You know what I mean? You start to you could take it either way.
I could have took it either way, but I just thought in my head, it ain't this many people getting messages like this. It ain't this many people getting blessings like this. It's just like, I would be a dummy not to listen to at least half of what's going on. At least half of what's going on. Then you start listening to half and then you start seeing, oh shit, OG making sense. Now I'm looking for it. Now I'm looking for you. Yo, G, what's good? What's up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you the one starting the conversation.
I'm looking for the message now.
I need my daily word. That's what we should call it in the building, the daily word.
And once I got so many daily words, it was like, now I'm looking for it. And now, once they weren't there, I had to teach myself how to repeat those words over and over and over until I actually was living them. Because what's information if you're not gonna live it? It's just, like we talk about comprehension. People read stuff,
but can't comprehend.
They can't comprehend.
Remember that shit, reading comprehension?
But then it's like, even deeper than comprehending it. Okay, you know why church is so beneficial? Because pastors are expecting you to live what he's saying. His conversation is basically free. But if you don't live what he's saying, what the fuck is the point? And that's why I feel like I've seen a lot of people in life just listen, just to make you stop talking.
Of course.
I stopped wanting to do that. I started wanting you to tell me more because I felt like you know more than me. I felt like no book can beat verbal intellect. Like, comprehension through reading something is one thing, but somebody actually telling you something is kind of different. That's why I say people don't take advantage of church, of having a martyr stand on a pulpit and tell you information. They're not hoping you read it or check his facts.
Right.
They're hoping you live it. So I said to myself, wow, I'm getting all this free game. Why wouldn't I just live it? That's what motivates me, the words. People like you, running into people like you when I was young and they telling me, yo, listen, stay away from Wise Corner after 9 o'clock. Yo, listen, yo, your mom know you over here? Okay, all right, bet, I'm just checking.
Oh, you good?
You good, bro?
You need something? You straight?
You need something? You got a couple dollars on you?
Right.
People like you, I said, it's too many young kids out here like me just getting free game. Like, I'm about to put some of this game into motion. Like, why not? I got all this stuff in my head that I learned all of these years. I'm about to put all of this
free,
in
though.
for free.
And that's the crazy shit.
I didn't
For
pay
free.
for this. I didn't pay for this.
You got a free education.
Yes,
life.
bro. I got a whole free education growing up in Inglewood, New Jersey, and that shit molded me. Like, people ask, like, yo, I see how you pick your cards, you pick this, you do certain things, and I'm just like, yo, you don't see them, but the older guys that I was raised around, this is what they did. When I seen y'all coming through with y'all cards, I'm like, I already know what time it is when I get older. Like that. That's just.
That was just
It's
embedded.
not a if and it's not a if and it's not a maybe. This is just what I'm gonna do. This is just how I'm brought up. This is what I saw. I could choose to live another way, but this shit feel good. This shit feel right.
That's the key. It feels right.
This shit feels right. This shit, it don't feel like I'm forcing this. It don't feel like I'm doing too much or I'm overexposing something that's not really me.
Or trying to be something that I'm
Trying
not.
to be
because
something
a lot
that
of people
I'm
want
not.
to do is do shit just to be down. And I think that's for me that's so exciting when I see you, bro. You've never been, yo, I want to be down. It's always kind of just been you. You're the leader of your own pack.
Because nobody, to be honest, I was the leader when it was negative. When we was out here robbing and stealing, I was the leader of this shit.
But now you leader of the new. Now you the leader of the new school.
So I said, like, if I could do that,
And
if I
lead
could have
you.
so much energy into
We
stealing
doing the
people's
fuck shit.
into doing all of this goofy shit, why can't I have the same energy if I got the same energy hustling, why can't I have the same energy in the shop?
But
Why
that's
can't I have the same energy when I greet customers, when I see people, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you ever see me? Yo, what's up, bro? Yo, what's
Never
up?
that.
Yo, nah, man, I'm on 1,000. The sun ain't shining, but I'm good. Like, my energy's on 1,000. When you see me, I get mad when I see people, and they hit me with that. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up with you, my nigga?
You know, and it's funny you said
You
that.
alright?
Yeah, that's the
Alright.
first thing. I'm like, yo, hold on. And I hate that y'all maintaining. Like,
You
yo,
good? Maintaining what? You
we still
existing?
maintaining?
Yeah,
We just
like-
maintaining?
Nah, bro.
At 40 plus, we just still maintaining?
Nah, it's too easy. How do people say it's too easy to get in trouble? It's too easy to get into other stuff too. You mentally don't want to do anything else.
You don't want to explore.
No.
You want to stay here.
No, and that's what I think I can't do. I can't stay mentally trapped into a system. I can't stay mentally trapped into a norm. What's the norm? What is a norm? A norm is something you do on a normal. A norm is short for normal. You do
The
something.
most normal shit we do,
Your
I'm going to say
MO.
I do, is wake up every day and get up and thank God.
And that's it. Because it's repetitive. But your every day shouldn't be repetitive. Every day in this shop is not the same.
Right.
So, like you said, besides waking up and thanking God for the day, what's the norm?
That's a great question. What is the norm, y'all?
What's the norm?
Really, what is the norm? You know what I'm saying?
I think people just condition their minds into just doing what your mama do, doing what your daddy do,
Doing what you taught.
doing what you taught.
Don't wanna, you know what I mean? Step outside that, like we talked about off screen. You know what I mean? It's more than just being basketball players, rappers.
People, how many people want to be LeBron? How many people want to be Lil Wayne? How many people want to be Jay-Z? Like, don't get me wrong, these people have created accolades in their lane.
But what's
That's what
your
they
lane?
were good
That's
at.
their lane. What's
Yes.
your lane? And are you going to follow your lane? You know, my father told me something this 2 weeks ago. He said, son, and we just talking. He said, listen, man, I'm glad to see you sitting still more. He said, because, yo, really, when you out and about, you can't really hear what you need to hear. You need to sit still. So, because the noise, you got to realize, son, sometimes the noise is your biggest enemy. It don't want you to hear the truth.
It's so loud, bro. Think about it physically, realistically, in real time when you're moving. There's wind passing by. It's a lot of obstruction.
Right.
When you actually slow down, actually just stop and just soak in what's going on, you start grasping hold of different things. And I think when people actually do that, it scares them.
Well, I say all the time, some people scared to be by themselves.
You can't be scared to
They
be by
lonely.
yourself.
Some people lonely, bro.
And yeah.
That's why
like,
they at the bars. That's why they always out and about, always got to be around something. That's what prison taught me.
can't.
Being locked up in that hole for that 1 year.
Isolation
in that
will
room.
teach you a lot, bro.
I talked to myself, but I also was
Absolutely.
blessed that I had parents that sent me articles, books, and
Absolutely.
from the Blaze magazines all the way to scripture books. So I had both. So that to me structured me to say, if I can do this shit in this room, It's nothing for me to be outside in the world and sit in the basement and chill and just get my thoughts together.
Put like this. I grew up in church my whole life. I didn't read the Bible until I got locked up. I read it as a book. I didn't pay attention. I didn't focus in on scriptures. I read it.
You read it as the
book.
Bible. We just gonna read the Bible.
I'm gonna read the Bible, and I read it as a book. And I got more of an understanding of it reading it by myself than I would in any Bible study or anything like that.
Because we didn't want to be at the Bible studies.
No, because it was attached to doing this. You gotta go to church. You gotta do this.
It was the norm. It was the fix. Norm. It was Tuesday we going to church.
Once I took myself, once it wasn't mandatory and it was just me actually doing it on my own, I learned them. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs. I was on. Shit.
And then every day you kept looking for more.
I'm going.
Back
like,
to them jewels.
what
you
the
getting them gems
fuck?
again.
Like,
now you're getting those other gems again.
Now I'm learning stuff that you have to want it. You have to go get it. You have to actually do this. Now I can understand it. I'm not going to church with grandma because she woke me up and said, go to church. I'm doing this because I actually want to do it. And that's when everything just started. The world started making sense to me once I locked in and saw and opened up. It wasn't so closed-minded and just focused on Inglewood and my friends and my family and everything. I let everything go. Everything. I had to absolutely let everything go to take in a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of living. Not like no cult, not like no
for
super
somebody's
Christian,
beating
like
you down to do
me.
it. It's
No.
really you made the decision to say,
really
hold up, I want to apply
saying,
this to myself.
Absolutely. It's me saying like, yo, all of this stuff that I was taught, I really want to apply it to my life in a way that is beneficial to my life. And everything just worked. It worked.
Because you made the decision to make it work, though. You know what I'm saying? That's something I tell my kids. You got to make a decision to do what you choose to do.
I didn't fight it. I didn't say why. If I didn't ask why, I bumped into the connect. Why ask why I bumped into Big Bro with a good message? You bumped into him. Everybody who you was meant to meet in life, you're gonna meet them.
We all got journeys, but everybody's on a different time schedule.
Absolutely. Just time. That's
just,
all.
you know,
That's why I said me doing certain things that may have looked like it set me back or may have been perceived as that it set me back. Hell no. Going to jail for all them years didn't set me back. It set me free. It didn't hold me back from anything. People will look at it like that because you're away from your family, your friends, your loved ones. Okay, I look at it as, what was I gonna do?
I might have been dead.
I wasn't going to college. I didn't have nobody's job
going to
lined
barber
up.
school.
I wasn't going to barber school. I didn't have none of that. So what was my plan? If you're gonna fight the system, you're gonna fight the plan, have a better plan. I didn't have a better plan. So I was forced.
You was freestyling.
I was.
Like a lot of us was, because I was in that zone. Just freestyling.
Freestyling in life, and I didn't have a plan. So a higher power made a plan for me. And all I did was just say, okay, if this is the plan, let's do it.
And never questioned it.
Never questioned it.
I'm gonna ask you this, man.
That's the meaning of faith for me.
I'm gonna ask you something, man. What's left on the bucket list?
Oh, shit.
Just for this year. I'm gonna give you just for 2026.
Just for 26, okay, I just tapped into snowboarding. That was crazy. So
what made you get into that?
Because I do all the other
that.
board sports. My Onewheel, I skateboard. So it was just like,
why not?
It's a board. Yeah, why not?
It sound like it's in the family.
Yeah, so I did it. It was cool. But now I think the goal for this year, if I could complete it, I want to go like to Aspen. I want to go to Colorado. I want to go to like real mountains, like real natural snow, that type of atmosphere.
You never thought about competing in none of that stuff?
I mean, only because I'm so late into it. I just like the fun aspect of it. Okay. The fact that I can actually do it compared to all my peers and so many people, so many minorities that's just scared to even try it. The fact that I can
jump in. Don't even think about it. Let's just be clear. They don't even educate the thought, brother.
They don't even do it.
They're not even educating the thought of that, bro.
So, like, I just feel amazed when people ask me. I get so many DMs. I get so many questions like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, bro, you like, what can't you do? And I'm like, I don't know. What can I do? You asking me the question, and I ask myself that. What can't you do, bro? Like, I'm a firm believer. Anything you tap into in this world, it's not that. That's why I told you about skating. You know how I got nice at skating? Because in my mind, ain't this many black people good at one thing. Black people good at basketball, football, whatever. But when you get real intricate, that's when people stray away. When you gotta really think about it, you gotta make decisions in split seconds before you actually physically do something, that's when people stray away, any nationality. But to see this many colored people fucking shit up.
Of all ages.
Of all ages.
So it never ends. Like, we're gonna skate till we 70.
Yo, 80, I've seen 90. People 8 to 80. Like, when I say really moving and grooving, that's what, you know what? I could do this. No matter how awkward it feel, no matter how I feel like I don't want to record a video or post it because I feel like I'm not doing it right. Like, nah, it's not about doing it. That's one thing I learned. Skating is not about doing it right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong.
It's about how you feel. It's about your artistic emotions being displayed through physicality. That's it. And once I start just letting go, once I start not thinking about how people gonna look at me, how people gonna see me. At first I used to see you, and if I see you there, and you hitting spins and moves and all this shit, I'm like, damn, I'm getting discouraged. I can't do that. Like, it's just not my time yet to do that.
But I'm gonna keep
being persistent
until I'm able to even do better than that.
Yes. And that's what just drove me. It just keeps me, when I see people do stuff, I don't like being out the loop. I don't like being unknown. Like I told you with the apartment, the lady told me my credit score was NA. I can't, like you said, when I think of a category, bikes, boards, drones, anything, I don't give a fuck whether it's a 1 from 0 to 10. I'd rather get a 1 than a 0. A 0 to me is not applicable. That means I didn't try. You ever failed a test when you was young? Or not failed the test. You ever put anything? Just wrote anything? And she called you back up after and she noticed you put anything. And what she say? You didn't even try. That was what was bugging her. Wasn't bugging her that you put anything.
The fact that she know goddamn well you didn't even try to do it.
You didn't even try. You didn't even give yourself a chance. When I see people that don't try stuff, it kind of bugs me. Like, trying something and figuring out you absolutely suck at it is one thing. But never trying at all.
But how you gonna know if you suck at it until you try? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
and that's one thing I'm not scared to do. And that's one thing I think that people love about me and that gravitates them towards just even fucking with me and just checking out what I'm doing, is I'm just not scared.
And also, brother, you also allowing us to say, you know what, it's okay to do that. You also telling us, brothers like even myself, like, oh shit. Okay. Let me see what he's doing tomorrow.
Right. And when tomorrow comes and people see me today, I'm skating. Tomorrow, I'm flying drones. The next day, I'm on my Onewheel, jetting down, doing something, jumping off shit and all of that. It's like, I can't be limited. This body is only going to, okay, knowing you're older than me, your parents are older than you, their parents were older than them, this body is only gonna take but so much. I gotta get good use out this shit before it start not doing certain things no more. Like, so everything is a clock, everything is time.
Right.
One day I'm not gonna be here, one day I'm gonna expire. If I expire tomorrow, on my plaque, they better put this
He did it his
motherfucker
way.
lived.
He did it his way.
I rocked out. I can't, like I said, you know what I mean? You know how many of our grandparents, parents have lived and expired and gave good messages, but in real time, they never really did nothing. They never seen another country. They never
even had a passport.
They never knew. They
Always drove from the
had
south,
credit,
never got on the plane.
Never had nothing. They don't know. I was talking to one of my family members about credit. And they said to me, like, that's why you keep switching cars so much, because your credit is bad. I didn't have the heart and decency to explain to them I could switch so much because my credit is good. The fact that they didn't know, that's what it troubled me, for real. I kind of stopped the whole conversation, like, because
it was like,
ignorant? Damn.
I'm able to do this because I'm free from being in the hole where I can do what I want to do when I want to do it.
I didn't have the heart to break it down. I just left it alone. Then I told myself, you got to know and understand, Deshaun. Like, a lot of people weren't given the gifts, even down to family members. They weren't given the gifts you were given. So take heed, teach when you can teach, and keep moving.
And also lead by example.
Yeah, and lead by example. Like, you know, like I can only do what I was taught, what I was shown. No, I'm not gonna say I can only do. I'm gonna do what I was taught and I was shown. I have a lot of different choices. You know what I'm saying? I just choose. Certain things are not benefit. I can go get a key of coke and just become the biggest drug dealer. I've seen a lot of movies. It's not really beneficial to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that story already. People have tried it. People have done it. What people haven't done is this that I'm doing every day. Different things. There's not a black person who has captured different aspects of life and, I'm not gonna say dominated, but done good.
In a short period of time.
In a short period of time, you know what I'm saying? So just seeing that, like, that's a whole blessing in this. Like, I'm not gonna say in disguise.
That's an accomplishment,
by itself.
That's
like,
an accomplishment, bro.
It's not many people trying different things. My parents look at the stuff I do and they're like, yo, whose kid are you? Because I would have never. Told you, my parents saw me skydive and say, you jumped out of a perfectly good working plane, bro? Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that shit. Wait till you see the video. Wait till you see the view from up there. That moment can't be captured again.
And unless you do it yourself, you're never going to understand that moment and that feeling.
Wrinkles in time are more addictive than drugs. To me. It's better than any high I could ever get. It's better than any drug, better than any sexual feeling that I could ever get. To get a moment in time and you know you can't get it back. And it was good.
That's priceless. That's like that hit we just talked about. That's that hit that you ain't gonna never get back again, man.
A good moment in time, yo. I learned to capture them. That's why I skydive. This is why I snowboard. That's why I go to different places. If I gotta travel 2.5 hours to go
and you
do
by
something,
yourself.
Yeah, because I know and understand it's people are not gonna make the commitment that I'm making. So I have to make the commitment for you and for me. I'm gonna make it for me, but for you, it's the part when you see it on video and you see this motherfucker really did that shit.
Question before we get out of here. Some people may say, yo, you've been at the shop 16 years. Why you never thought about doing your own thing? Your clientele's to the ceiling. You're a well-known barber. You're established. Why would you, continue to stay where you at when you can just kind of, be your own? People may ask, and so you know what I mean?
Because, like I just told you, a wrinkle in time, you can never get it back. The moments that I get here, the client, not just my clients, other people's clients. My personality is contagious. So when other people's clients, when they come down there, all right, boss, see you later. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. When they get to me, they know they better smile. You got to bring energy with me. What's up, bro? I'll see you later. Have a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get that. I wouldn't even lie and take that from Johnny. The energy that he's built in here, I would much rather be a part of it than try to mimic it.
Wow.
Woo! I would much rather be a part of that shit, bro. The shit Johnny has built here, look, that shit bring tears in my eyes. Like,
yeah, because you smiling like a kid. Smiling like a kid from a candy store right now.
The energy here is different. I've seen people leave here, get their own shop. I've been in their shop after they got it. It don't match this.
But is it supposed to match it?
It's not. But it's
like
this is a high.
You feel like being a little bit of a mimic, though. You feel like they're trying to match it.
Like I said, when I get here, it don't have nothing to do with Johnny. It don't have nothing to do with none of my other barber brothers. When I get here, I'm on stage, bro. Like, I'm on stage. I'm in the front window. My clients, they depended on me to be here and to do what I do. And just that alone, when you sat in my chair, you ain't tell me too much. Yo, bro, I keep my shit wide, blah, blah, blah. Yo, I got you, bro. To have people have total trust in you with anything in their life. You don't trust nobody to pick out your shoes, to pick out your motherfucking jeans, to pick out nothing you do. You'll trust your doctor because they have more of a medical knowledge than you.
Right.
But ain't too much you gonna let somebody take control of in your life. When people let me take control of a certain part of their life, whether they're going to work, whether they're going to a wedding, party, whatever, can't beat that, bro.
That's priceless.
That's raw authenticity.
Every day too, bro. Every day, bro.
You know how many cuts you got before you got in my chair? You know how many barbers you had when you was a kid, when you was everything up until you got in my chair? The fuck make me so special? But when you start getting that energy from people that showed you you're different, you can't fight that.
You can't even mimic that. You can't even copy that.
You can't, bro. That's why I said a wrinkle in time is worse than drugs, bro. I'm addicted to it. And the more moments in time that I capture, that I could put on my storage, that shit just like, it never gets overloaded. I ain't never full.
When you gonna do a documentary?
Anytime. For me, it's more so, you see how it took me to get here.
And we've been going back and forth.
Yeah, like if somebody, bro, I got so much on my brain, like starting from, like in chapters, from young, being around people like Leland, Topper, all the people that was out here moving and grooving, and then to be locked up and to bump into a total different group of people. That we know those people, we know that life, but that ain't this right now.
Right.
This is what this is. And to get game from them, and then to come home and to bump back into people and to reiterate on what I got when I was young, and now they're making sure that, remember what I told you when you was 12, 13? Now it's time to do it. To make it, to be able to understand that, to comprehend it, bro, that's all the drive that I need to work. Like, that's a natural high.
That's a blessing, man.
Are you crazy?
Listen, it's the voice of the culture, man. This was a long due conversation. And I'm blessed to be having this conversation with my brother, man. I learned so much today from you that I didn't know. And I salute you. The purpose of me sitting down with you is giving you your flowers. I want to let you know, brother, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
And I say that respectfully on a level because I've seen the journey. I know your family, I know the history. And to be sitting down next to you now, man, it's like, yo, it's legendary.
Thank you.
You a legend to me, bro. You one of our heroes. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. And thank you for giving me this opportunity You know what I'm saying? Because some people talk about things and we've been going back and forth, but I want the culture to know it's important to tap in with people. Sometimes it may not happen when it's supposed to happen, but if it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. And this what this is today. This episode today was just time, and timing is everything. And I'm sitting next to my man who overcome obstacles that a lot of us would have just went right back to. But what he did was he took those obstacles and turned them into a whole lane and made a lifestyle of itself. So it's okay to be you. I need my culture, I need my people to understand it's okay to step outside your boundaries. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be you. And this what this episode is really all about. Once again, my brother, I love you from the bottom of my
baby,
heart.
love, man.
Thank you. Yo, tell them where to follow you at, man.
Come
to catch
on, y'all
all
already
these.
know, man. Y'all can hit me on Instagram. Everything. Barber Swag Day, bro. Everything. You can catch me on any of these social media platforms doing something crazy, just living life, enjoying it.
And if you need a cut.
And if you need a cut, I'm right here. In the window, you can't miss me. As soon as you ride past, I'm the first thing you see.
Yo, you know what it is, the voice of the culture, man. Shout out to the shop, man. It is what it is. We out of here. One.
Of course. My brother.
King.